If you're really light and skinny and you need to bulk to gain muscle, you'll find that your natural appetite runs out really quickly. And at that point, if you're going to want to gain muscle and mass and size and strength, you're going to need to learn how to do a skill called force feeding. You'll need to learn how to force feed to bulk correctly and at an appropriate pace. So this video is going to be explaining my tips on how to force feed and how to make it as easy and seamless as possible. My number one tip is that if you're going to force feed, you want to do it as fast as possible. A tip I learned is that in the first 20 minutes of eating, your body never usually registers how full you are. So you want to eat as much as possible in the first 20 minutes before your body can understand how full you are. That's the number one tip. If you're going to force feed, you don't want to spread it all out too much. You don't want to take your time eating a big meal that's really high dense in like chicken, and then you can't finish it because you took 20 minutes to go through the first half of it. While you're doing your force feeding, you're probably going to want to be eating high density proteins like nuts, eggs, chicken, these types of things. And one thing that these have in common is they're very dry and they lack texture and moisture, and that's what makes these so painful to eat after a long time. So I'd recommend using very small swigs of water every like 10 to 15 seconds, like as small of a sip as you can, just to make your mouth more moist while you're doing it. If you want to put on a lot of mass as fast as possible, a great alternative is smoothies. You can make a smoothie out of anything, and you could easily pack 2,000 calories into a smoothie and drink it in 5 minutes. And you tend to feel way less full if you drink a smoothie as opposed to eat a full meal. So putting your foods into smoothies definitely works out. I can make a video explaining how to make a proper smoothie like this later. But yeah, making smoothies is a genius. When you're generally bulking, snacking throughout the day, eating fruits and little carbs and proteins like meats is very good. When you're cutting though, you won't want to be snacking at all. But when you're bulking, taking small snacks throughout the day is always great. And if a situation becomes really dire, you've come to a point where you need to finish your force feeding, and it's just so painful. My last go-to method would be to take my shirt off and to take my rest of the food to my bathroom in front of the mirror, and I'd eat it in front of the mirror while my shirt is off. I don't know why, but I just find it's funnier. Just focus on yourself, flex in the mirror while you're eating, and maybe you'll eat it faster. You'll see some motivation or something. So yeah, that is how you force feed. And yeah, most important thing is if you need to, become good at making consistent smoothies that are high density in terms of protein. And you want to just basically, first 20 minutes, eat all your food as fast as possible so your stomach can't understand that it's already full. And that's how you force feed.